Are you wanting to shift your reality, quantum jump, or just manifest? We're all tapping into the quantum field, whichever one we're doing. But one of the things we need to understand is when we're doing this and shifting realities, is that whatever we're desiring and moving into, is we have to step into the qualities, attributes, and values as if we have this already. And one of the difficult things that we have as we do it, or one of the blocks or things that become resistant within ourselves, is letting go of old identities. Now, identities are so strongly ingrained within us. And a lot of the time, we have a hard time letting them go. They're done out of habit, they're done out of comfort, they're familiar. So I understand why sometimes it's hard to let it go. But I just want you to know that identities are purely third dimensional. They come from the ego. And the ego mind is always wanting to protect us, always wanting to control the outcome. And the only way to do that, the only way the ego knows how to do this is from past experiences. So if you're finding it difficult to shift something, or like you're feeling unsafe by change, chances are is your ego is creating this instability so that you do feel safe and predicting the outcome, which means we work on autopilot, which is okay sometimes, but it doesn't help if we want to shift reality, if we want to manifest by quantum jumping. So what we have to understand is every time we're shifting, we're changing, we're creating a new identity. But to do that, there is the death of some old identities. We have to let go of some of the old identities, and that is the resistance. I want to remind you, every single time you've taken a different route, you've taken a different path, step, direction, you are creating new identities. Every time you've changed jobs, schools, homes, relationships, created new friends, let go of old friends, you are creating new identities. And to do that, we need to make space from our old identities. You might not be aware, but you are letting those old identities go. It's amazing. Part of this shift is that, we get nervous to do this. It's just change. And where the ego becomes dominant and resistant, just need to let it go. You need to be aware of it, understand it, and accept that this is part of your change. This is the new habit that you're creating. And every new identity that we have, every change that we do, we create new neural pathways in the mind. Instead of just following the old ones and resting back, leaning back and being on autopilot, letting things happen automatically without being consciously aware. If you're understanding this and you're getting it and you're like, that's my resistance, it's coming into the conscious mind for you to be aware of, to shift, to allow this identity of having that control, the ego mind of having that control, to simply go, it's okay that this change is unsettling. It is okay that I don't feel familiar as I create this new identity, as I set off in this new direction. Change is always uncomfortable. Even when it's exciting, it can be unpredictable. That's what change is. That's what life is. But we have to have the courage to create this change, to follow through on this change. And that simply means that as we change, we create a new identity within ourselves. And we have multiple identities. It's not that we are black or white. We're always evolving. Every time we learn a new concept, it expands our consciousness. It shifts us, shifts our energy field, our vibration. And that creates a new identity. So whether you're aware of it or not, you are always creating new identities. If you want to know more on how to create this new identity, then join me in soul sessions for this month, and you'll understand about shifting realities in a deeper way.